o'clock in the morning, darker than the dark side of the moon. I didn't know where we were going, but we couldn't get there too soon. On the tip of the spear, the guardians of the night. Oh, we couldn't see it coming, ghost round in flight.
Welcome back to the National Defense. It's Randy Miller, and another hit song, by the way, from Songwriting with Soldiers. We brought you a couple over the past couple of months, and this is a great one. Of course, the nonprofit, their mission is to transform lives by using collaborative songwriting. So cool to build creativity, connections, and strengths. And they hold weekend retreats across the United States for veterans and their families from all conflicts. And since 2012, they have connected with more than 6,000 veterans and military families, creating a safe and inspiring environment to share their experiences, which is so important. And this new one, Strumming Hand, comes to us courtesy of Marine veteran John Cameron III and really incredible singer-songwriter Maia Sharp, and is performed by Maia on the recording. And Maia joins us here in the National Defense. Maia, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me, and thanks for that awesome introduction.
Hey, listen, I love this entire process that goes on with this group. Is this the first time that you've done something with them?
Well, actually, funny enough, this song is from the very first retreat that I ever did with them back in 2017.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's pretty crazy that of all the songs, I've personally written, I don't know, 150, something like that. But this one was the second one I had ever written at any of the retreats. That was the very first one. I'm not sure what that is about it, but I've been working regularly with them since then. So I've got a good 8 years under my belt now with them.
That's so
and
cool.
it is.
And they used to not release those, right?
Yeah, we were like head down, sleeves up for so long. It was just all about the work, and we weren't really focused on the marketing side of it or on the production side of it. It was it was just about, that experience in the room and the personal aspect of it and the privacy of it, where, a veteran can tell whatever part of their story they want to tell and not have to think about what's going to happen after that. That song can just be for them and their families and their friends if they want. And then, at some point along the line, I think we saw, I'm not going to speak for everybody in the organization, but I feel like we saw that it could be very helpful also to get these fully produced and get them out there to just kind of help to get the word out. And the more people that can hear these stories, the more people that will be potentially helped.
Yeah, no, I believe that too. We're talking to Maia Sharp here on the National Defense, the nonprofit Songwriting with Soldiers, and the new song Strumming Hand, which is not new, but it's new to us.
Right.
And so that experience, well, obviously you love the experience, and and like you said, I think releasing those, I love that idea because other veterans that may be going through something similar hear something like that. And it's amazing, too. I've been doing this show for quite a while. I'm not a veteran, but I talk to them every day. And it's amazing when you get together with a group of vets, that camaraderie that they have instantly. Yeah. It's just, you can't really describe it, right?
No. And we still know that experience of feeling that you're alone with something and then sharing your experience and realizing that you're not, or hearing somebody else share theirs and going, oh my gosh, that's how I feel, or that same thing happened to me. And the power of that, the power of knowing that you're not alone with something, it's just immeasurable. So if a song can help with that experience and can help to let others know that they aren't the only ones who feel that way, I'm on board. I'm just all there. I just love the whole experience of it.
Well, and this particular song's Strumming Hand, when you sat down with John Cameron III, it was brought about a couple of his stories, right?
Yeah. So at first he just started to talk about what had happened to him. Like it was clear that he was injured. His right side was, especially his right arm had been injured somehow. And because it was my first retreat, I wasn't really sure exactly how much to ask about,
I love that this is from your first retreat. This is great.
I know. I was pretty terrified. But he was just such an easy spirit. He had this like calm smile on his face the whole time. Like he was just really happy to be there. He was so open, and he started sharing his story pretty quickly. And he got right into the details, which are the verses. And all of that really cool language is out of John's mouth. Like he's the one that talked about the ghost round and about how they were on the tip of the spear, and all of that stuff is exactly the way he said it. In fact, side note, like one of our primary objectives is to put as much of just their words, the way that they say it, into the song, because there's so much song, like natural rhythm in the conversation that just translates so perfectly over into the song. So we're not adding very much of our own words and language and like not our perspective. This is just using their words and turning them into a song. So he gave us he told the story of what happened to him and how he almost lost his arm, and just really dark and really dramatic. And then he kind of interrupted himself to ask me about the guitar that I was playing, and then started talking about how he's been learning all his favorite songs on the guitar and how that's like helping him with the rehab emotionally and the physical rehab. And so like, well, okay, is there a way to merge these two very powerful stories? Because one is like the optimist who's working hard to get through it and who's like incorporating the music into his life to help him with the rehab. And then the other story is the dark stuff that happened out there on the water, and this is how we brought both of those two stories together was in this song about how, yeah, my right arm is injured, but it's okay because it's just my strumming hand. I can still play the songs I want to play,
Oh, that's so good. It says so much about John. It says so much about you, Maia. I mean, number one, you've got to be, incredibly easy to talk to, and to share those kind of things with. But I love that you use their words. You're not coming up with the phrase "ghost round," right?
No, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know that.
Right.
Exactly.
No,
yeah. So I got to give him all the space I can to share those words and terms that I wouldn't know, that are way cooler than the ones I would have said. So I just used his. Yeah.
I want to hear the story that John told that produced the song "Nothing But the Radio On."
Yeah.
What a great song that
on
is.
That one. Yeah. Well, thank you.
That's very
good. He wasn't on that one. But.
Yeah. But that, just I love the idea of a retreat where it takes a while, I would imagine, to feel comfortable for both of you, and especially if it's your first time, and then for them to share those kind of things. But then as a songwriter, for you to be able to pick out those little segments, those little goodies that you can then incorporate and craft a song with, that's something special.
Well, thank you. I'm really honored that I get to be in a situation where I get to do that, where I get to take a story like that I would not have heard otherwise, and they let me in. And songwriting with soldiers, just at the retreats, we create an environment that is open and safe, and inspired by the music around it. Like it really is kind of another world. So it fosters that kind of openness from a veteran and from a writer. Like I know, in fact, we kind of joke about it on the side. We are like the best version of ourselves in those rooms. Like I like myself the most when I'm there.
That's
I'm
great.
I'm like open and like very positive and just like softer. And like I get out in the real world, like sometimes I'm out at like after a retreat, like an hour later, I'm already yelling at somebody on the road. I'm just a better person there.
I love the fact that you said, and I can totally relate to this, you know, to be let into that special group, because right before Veterans Day, I was asked by USAA to come down to San Antonio and to moderate a veterans panel. And, you know, I'm sitting there interviewing these veterans, and they're telling me these deeply personal stories. And I'm thinking, man, am I the luckiest man in the world, you know, to get to be there and be part of that when I didn't really earn the right to be there.
Yeah. I mean, I feel exactly the same way, and I take it as such a compliment that I get let in, and like it kind of fills me up. It probably gives me a little bit of an ego, like, oh, I must be pretty cool.
I guess I'm doing pretty good here.
I guess I'm an okay human. You know, I had my doubts before, but maybe I'm okay now. Like, yeah, there's something it really, I can't think of a better word. It really is an honor to be invited in to a story like that, for somebody to share a really hard, true thing with somebody that they know did not experience it. You know, I'm very same. Like, I'm very upfront. Like, I'm not a veteran. I haven't seen what you've seen or experienced what you have, but I really want to, you know, I'm here to make a song out of whatever part of your story you want to tell me, you know, and that has worked over and over again. And you know, I'm 8 years in, and I'm not afraid to admit I'm a little terrified every time I walk in, because you don't know what you're going to hear, or if am I going to be able to make this into a song, you know, this time for my 150th time or whatever.
Wow.
But it always works because of that environment that is set up for us.
We're talking to Maia Sharp here on the National Defense and the nonprofit Songwriting with Soldiers, and the song Strumming Hand. In fact, all six tracks now that are out there that are available on all streaming platforms?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. It's just such a cool situation. Do you ever have one? I mean, 150 songs. Come on. That's huge. They can't all be fantastic, right? I mean, and I guess they don't all have to be. I mean, it's the experience and what we're talking about here. But have you ever had a situation where you go, I don't know if I can make a song out of that?
Well, I definitely have had that thought show up and flutter around my face in the middle of the session. But it never, that was never the end of the story. Like, I always found it, or they started sharing something else that was the last little piece of the puzzle that had to click in. As far as the, like, rating the song, like, this isn't so fantastic, this is so fantastic, it's a whole different way of looking at the song. Like, if we had a great experience in the room, if we like found other layers and really dug in, or maybe had some laughs, or had a cry, or all of the above, like, if the song served another purpose, it's not trying to get on the radio, you know, like, it's like, that qualifies as a really great song, because it did this thing that we both really needed it to do, you know? And if it's something that somebody wants to share with other people, boom, it's the same as a Grammy. Like, that's all I want. I want it to be something they like, maybe it helps tell their story to other people. That's a win, a huge win. So I kind of just think of it in other ways. I mean, there's some of them that are like, feels like a really strong song. And then others are just like, yeah, that was a great experience, and I think it's really doing what we wanted it to do, you know?
Well, and John, I mean, this is 2017, you wrote this. When was John told that this song was going to be released, and how did he react?
Well, I wasn't there when that happened, but it was probably fairly recently. I mean, it's got to be within the year for sure. So I'm not sure. He did the interview, so he seemed to be pretty good with it. He seemed to be happy with it.
I bet he was crazy about it. I bet it was fantastic. That is so great. I'm going to bring on somebody else to add into the conversation here. that also wrote a song for veterans. This is singer-songwriter in Los Angeles, my daughter, Charlsey Miller, and a huge fan of Maia Sharp.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hello.
Charlsey, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, there you are.
All right.
Hi.
All right.
We got it.
And please say hi to Maia Sharp.
Hi, it's so great to meet you.
Hi, it's very nice to meet you too. What a nice surprise.
Well, she did.
Yeah.
Charlsey, I did a lot of work for the VFW National Headquarters, and a few years ago we did a big TV campaign for them, and Charlsey wrote a song called Coming Home. It's a beautiful little anthem, and it was a part of a national TV campaign we did for them. So
Cool.
she had some, that was a great experience for you with veterans, right, See?
It was. It was a great way to collaborate. And that was my first time collaborating also with musician Morris Hayes.
All right.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Charlsey is a recent addition to the Academy.
The Recording
cool.
Academy. Yeah, it's my first year.
Very nice.
That was very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
But
And you're living in Los Angeles now? You're in
We
LA?
actually just moved north to the Bay Area, but
Oh,
still
nice.
pretty close to LA.
Yeah. I'm from LA. I lived there for most of my life. I just moved to Nashville about 5 years
nice.
ago.
what do you
Yeah.
think of Nashville compared to L.A.?
It's a better fit for me professionally. I think there's something about the ability to kind of nurture the community here. It might be a geographical thing as well. It just, the kind of music that I want to make and the way that I want to make it, and just all of the collaborations here is just such a collab forward place. I just really love to work like that. The fact that the Songwriting with Soldiers headquarters is here is very helpful too. It's easier to tour from here. Out of LA, every time I had any kind of a tour on the East Coast, of course, like radio started playing me in the Northeast first, and I was living in the Southwest. So every time I did anything, I had to it was like a day of travel each way. So this is real helpful too in Nashville. But part of me also misses the California vibes,
Yeah. Have you had a Crystal hamburger yet?
Sorry if they're one of your sponsors, but yes, I'm sorry to say that I have had a Crystal.
No, they're not a sponsor.
I'm not a fan.
No. Well, listen, that's always my litmus test for people who just have moved to Nashville. I remember, I know I asked Gary Sinise that same thing. He said, "What's a Crystal?" And I go, oh, "No, you haven't been there long enough to understand what's going on there." But you did, you do a lot of collaboration. You did one with Terry Clark, right?
Yeah, I collab a lot. And I've been doing it kind of since the beginning of writing songs. I probably collaborate with other writers more often than I write alone. And then on this last album, thank you for noticing, the last half of the record, I have a guest vocalist that I usually wrote the song with as well. On the album. Yeah. Terry Clark and Matthew Perryman Jones and Emily West, Fancy Haygood. I really like working on a team. Maybe because I'm an only child, I really enjoy also playing on a team, Well,
now see, I think you should at some point go to Charlsey Miller Music, check out her music, and maybe you guys do a collab.
I would love to hear what you're up to, and absolutely, yeah. And,
I feel like we would write something great together. I love your lyric forward music. I think it's really, really cool.
Well, thank you very much. And do you have other albums and such out there in the world?
Yeah, I've got I think what was it? Two full albums and some EPs out,
which were recorded in Nashville.
Yeah, a lot of them were recorded in Nashville. I love the community there too, so I do a lot of work out there.
All right.
What was the name of the last studio, Charlsey?
Sputnik Sound with my producer Kazuri Arai. She's phenomenal. If you ever come across her.
All right, yeah, I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, that's just, it is such an easy community there, and everything is music. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, when you got
it's so different than LA.
Yeah, I think so. It's just kind of easier to navigate it, and just more kind of like each thing kind of leads to the next thing here. It's just easier to build a momentum in LA. It just felt like a lot of uphill. It got harder.
We were recording at Sputnik just this year, and we were just doing our band's thing, and someone was like, "Oh, I know a mandolin player if you want that on here." And he came in, and it's just so easy. So everybody just really loves it for the music.
Yes, and he probably, like, when somebody said, "Oh, I can be there at 2," then he probably was there at 2, which is amazing. And then he was probably smoking, right? He was probably like, sorry, not like
no, he was phenomenal. Yeah, he was
great, a great player. Yeah.
He was like, I guess I could do it a little bit, and then he just tears it up.
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody's good. Everybody's good in Nashville. Well,
I think so. Yeah.
Well, Maia, it's just such a pleasure to talk to you, and I just appreciate so much. I didn't realize how long and how connected you were with songwriting with soldiers. Where's the best place for people to find your music?
My music is probably the hub of finding all the places where you can find it is my website. It's MaiaSharp.com, MaiaSharp.
That's another thing you have in Charlsey, in common with Charlsey. She's a good speller too. She has to spell her name a lot.
Yeah, I'm betting that your Starbucks cup probably looks like mine, Charlsey. It's just not going to be right. That's fine. Sometimes I'm just sharp. But then
however you want to spell it, you interpret it the way you like.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's fine.
That's so good. Well, thank you, Maia. Thank you for the time and for everything you're doing with Songwriting with Soldiers. Just great stuff.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for everything that you are doing with veterans, too.
Oh, like you said, it's my honor. It's my honor. So
yeah.
We'll be right back here in the National Defense.
I've been waiting so long. I know you've been wondering about me. I've been living through postcards, hearing stories that you made without me. But now it's time, and I wanted you to know I'm coming home. Come running up to me, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. I'm coming home. I know your arms will open wide, can't wait to be back by your side now. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm not saying I was wrong. You know I didn't want to leave you. Some of those nights alone were so hard. Sometimes the only reason is I have to. But now it's time, and I wanted you to know I'm coming home. Come running up to me, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. I'm coming home. I know your arms will open wide, can't wait to be back by your side now. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Oh, it's so hard living without you. My tired heart was getting sore, but that don't matter anymore, 'cause I'm coming home.